Yeah, you're probably thinking you should have swiped the other way, huh? What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Jared, and it's been a holiday weekend full of turkey, ham, stuffing, naps, family, all of that stuff. Luckily, though, I was able to make it out to the theater again, and I was able to see this new kind of romance, on the run, crime film, Queen and Slim. When Queen and Slim get pulled over on a first date, the situation escalates, and now the two are outlaws on the run. So is Queen and Slim the updated version of Bonnie and Clyde? Let's find out. But before I get into my thoughts, let me know what you guys thought of Queen and Slim, if you were able to check it out, or if you're very much looking forward to this film. Now let's get into some of the good. Getting right into it, I would say that the one highlight, one of the main things that really drew me into this movie was the pacing. I mean, from the very opening of the film, I was intrigued in these characters. I was intrigued in the situation. I was very much interested in what was going on. And then about 15 minutes in, the title screen popped up, and I'm like, oh man, I thought we were already in the thick of the movie. So I love how it almost throws us right into the thick of it all, and we're taken along on this ride. And it's very much kind of this road trip film, and I love the pacing, leading us through all of these different people that they meet, places that they go, situations that they get into. And I think the overall tone or almost vibe of the story ties in with the pacing of this, because it's a very, I had mentioned it was uneasy. It was an uneasiness throughout all of the film, but I think the feel of tension is a better explanation of how I felt throughout this movie, because these two characters are essentially on the run from the cops, and so there's really no time to almost breathe. And when they find a moment that they can almost enjoy life, relax, maybe have a little bit of a dance, the script flips on them and they have to go on the run again. And I think that I almost liked that feeling of uneasiness throughout this film, because the characters were never safe in the situations they were in. But mentioning characters, the two main characters in Queen and Slim are Jodie Foster Smith, I believe, and Daniel Kaluuya, and both of them turn in superb performances as Queen and Slim in this movie. No spoilers here, but it starts off with them essentially going on a first date. So throughout this whole story, they don't really know each other, so it's them playing off of each other as not knowing each other, but the chemistry that builds between them and the bond and relationship that builds between each of them is phenomenal. I mean, they play very well off of each other. They, sell this fact that they don't know each other. They're in this situation that is very bad for both of them, and they go along on this, unlikely story of these two people that don't really see eye to eye, because almost their relationship and their performances tie in with the script and their characters as well, because the way that they developed each of these characters, going on a first date, you're going to ask these questions to get to know each other, and I like how they set that up at the very beginning, but also through the story, certain things that they might have set up at the beginning tie in with later parts of the movie. But even the characters' backstories throughout the script and throughout the movie is played out very well, because just mentioning what these people do and don't do, like for example, one of them maybe doesn't drink, or one of them works as an attorney, you can kind of piece together what these characters are. I mean, Daniel Kaluuya is almost like, I believe in destiny, I'm a religious man, and Queen's character is very much, I go by the book, things are supposed to go this way. I'm very much almost like law, or like realistically thinking in situations. So I like how you set up both of these characters without really giving exposition. They very much are on different sides of the spectrum, but then they sort of combine into one character, into a relationship throughout this story. So I loved how their performances and the way that everything was set up in the script really worked, and probably their two performances are the highlight of the film for myself. However, getting into the cons of Queen and Slim, I mean, it was a film that I didn't expect. I was going in one thing, I got something else, and I was pleasantly surprised by that. But there were a few messages. I know that there was two specific times that there was messages in the movie that they were trying to express, but I thought that they came off as a bit muddled, or they weren't fully realized. I think that they were trying to go into things dealing with race and police brutality and riots and almost these social justice warrior type messages, and they're there, but I didn't think that they landed as much as the other side of the movie, this almost road trip romance crime aspect. The other things were tried to be wedged into the film, but they just did not land. And I had mentioned that pacing was a highlight of Queen and Slim, but I thought that there were certain, I guess, detours, because this is a kind of a road trip movie. There were certain detours in the movie that felt very unnecessary, almost did kill the pacing for myself, and I think that they could have maybe been taken out. There's one or two here or there. They do add a bit to the story, but I didn't think that they were entirely necessary. Again, from my point of view, you might, if you've seen this movie, might have enjoyed all of those kind of detours that they took. Overall, Queen and Slim is this crime romance road trip movie that I was pleasantly surprised by, with it featuring intriguing pacing, characters that turn in superb performances, and a script that really facilitated these characters, but with some messages not entirely landing and detours that I didn't think were necessary. I would recommend checking out Queen and Slim. Again, I went in expecting one thing, was given something else, and I was pleasantly surprised by this. I mean, this is a very well-made film. In closing, I'm going to give Queen and Slim 3.7 out of 5 Tinder swipes. So what did you guys think of Queen and Slim, if you were able to check it out, or are you very much excited to check it out now? Let me know in the comments down below. Anyways, guys, as always, thank you so much for watching. Watch some more videos up there, you know, movie reviews, trailer actions, fun comedy skits. I just did my very first Black Friday haul, all of that stuff. Went out on Black Friday, bought some crazy stuff, so check that out. That's a very funny video. Follow all of my social media down there. Click that subscribe button. It seriously helps me out. Share this video, like this video, comment on it. Seriously, I appreciate it so much. And until next time, I'll see you later.